What's happening YouTube? JEMTrades here, hoping to kite-sim your trading into profitability. So what I wanted to talk about today was the upsell control. Everywhere in our everyday lives, the one thing we all do is try to sell something to someone. Doesn't matter whether it's personal, whether it's business, whatever the case may be, we're selling. If we're going to a job interview, we're selling them the idea that we're worthy of being hired. If we go to a club and we want to meet a girl or a guy, we're selling our image, we're dressing in a certain way, we're talking, we're acting a certain way to try to get their attention. We're advertising something to them. Whether that something is true or not is another story, but irrespective of that fact, we're always projecting something. We're always trying to convince, trying to influence, trying to get someone to do what we want them to do, to give value to our lives. And so personal or business, that's what we spend the majority of our time doing in the outside world. And this is why, quite frankly, it's cruelly ironic that the people who are most content or scared even of leaving their jobs, the average employee would do far better at trading than the entrepreneurial minded, free-spirited business person, budding business minded person. Everyone that leaves their job has dreams of taking control of their life and doing what they want to do, living in the climate they want to live in, earning as much money when and how they want from their laptop. And it's that very same thought process that makes people lose, quite frankly, in the markets, because they're trying to control the one thing that can't be controlled or convinced, and that's the market. It's like trying to convince the ocean to flow a certain way, or the waves to go in a certain direction. You can't control the waves, you can't control the market. So when we find ourselves, and I'm sure we've all been there, I know many traders who have been there, sitting there watching their open position, watching the position as if looking at it would have some kind of an effect on the trade. Whether you're there or not, the trade is going to end up stopping you out or going to your target, irrespective of whether you watch it or not. So trying to exert your influence, all those things we were taught in, not necessarily at school, because schools ironically teach you to follow, become employees. But when we break that chain that enslaves us, and we finally find that yes, we can invest in properties, the stock market, create videos online and earn a passive income, and all these strategies that people these days are using, almost all of them, I can't think of another example outside of trading where influencing people isn't a key facet of earning a passive income or earning an income as a business-minded entrepreneurial person. So we have to completely forget the idea of controlling something, and we have to become the best followers that we can be in order to profit from the market. So I've got this chart up here from, I think this was the 22nd, so that was Tuesday. I had a decent Tuesday. I did record it on video, but I didn't catch this trade. I continued trading after. And this trade went from, this is the 6C, Canadian futures, Canadian versus US dollar. I got in 429.5. I had a 5-tick stop, so 424.5. And I had a target of 446.5. So that would be 17 ticks for my 5 risk, or a 3.4 R trade. I ended up getting out for 3R at 444.5, so 15 ticks from my entry. But I was going to take control and get out here when I saw these wicks. I thought, I'm up a certain amount of money, I can control what happens here. I was up an R and a bit, like 1.2, 1.3 R, around about here. 1.3R, meaning 1.3 times my risk. And I thought, I can just jump out here and earn money. I'm in control, I can take it out. But what we need to do is follow our plan, and the plan dictated 446.5. Now, granted, I got out 2 ticks before because I did actually step outside of the plan, but I did a darn sight better than here. Like, I more than doubled my profits. I would have left more than half of the trade on the table. And it doesn't take many instances where you exert your control and get out too soon for fear of losing profits to completely turn around what would be a profitable edge and make it a losing edge. So the lesson for today is basically create your strategy. You can control the strategy that you use, but once you're using the strategy, you have to step back and let go of control and let the profits come or not come, and then after that you take control again and see if you can tweak and change the strategy. But for the most part, we would all instantly see better results simply by following the plan. That's why I always say, you know, stay stupid and follow the plan, because being smart doesn't help in trading. You have to be smart once when you create the strategy, and then just follow along and be very passive from there on out. So that's the little lecture for today. Like the video if you like this type of thing, and if you want to see more, subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And as I've just said, and as I always say, just stay stupid and follow the plan. Okay, see you next time.
Fingers down my side, girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers